Hi, Michael Kokenauer, CEO of itSynergy. Today, I want to talk to you about tabletop exercises. More specifically, what they are and why you need them. A tabletop exercise, in this context, is related to an incident response plan. The tabletop exercise is what you go through to simulate a cybersecurity incident which triggers your incident response plan. Doing a tabletop exercise allows you to test all the elements of that plan, but in a simulated breach rather than a live situation. A tabletop exercise is normally facilitated by a cybersecurity professional that can walk you through the scenario. Ideally, you want someone who has some battle scars from navigating cybersecurity incidents in the real world so that your exercise can be as close to reality as possible. The exercise begins by gathering members of the incident response team in a room with the facilitator. The facilitator begins by laying out the scenario, and then those on the incident response team begin to implement their plan. As the exercise goes on, the facilitator will continue to provide new information and throw some curveballs into the exercise. At the conclusion of the exercise, a report is prepared detailing the exercise, but most importantly, lessons learned. Those are then taken and turned into action items to improve the incident response plan and the company's overall readiness to deal with an incident. So why would you want to do a tabletop exercise? First, it is always better to test and refine your plan during a simulation versus when a real cyber incident has occurred. If any of you have ever been through an incident, you know the stress level is off the charts and there's already plenty on your plate to deal with. You don't need to add dealing with the shortcomings of your plan to your list during an incident. Second, conducting a tabletop exercise gives the incident response team the opportunity to practice and build muscle memory around handling a live cybersecurity incident. If a real incident ever does occur, you want the response to feel familiar to the incident response team to allow them to focus on successful resolution. Third, you have to be very careful and intentional about how you communicate during a cybersecurity incident. If your environment has been compromised, you may not want to use your email to communicate regarding the incident, as the threat actors may be monitoring those communications. Instead, you want to have your communication methods, chat, video conferences, etc., set ahead of time. Some incident management tools even allow you to spin up incident-specific communication channels dynamically when the incident is started. Finally, tabletop exercises are a great way to demonstrate regulatory compliance to SEC examiners and other regulators. The tabletop exercise should produce a descriptive report of the entire exercise, as well as a list of lessons learned, which can then be incorporated back into your plan. This demonstrates that you are not only reviewing the plan annually, but that you are actually testing the plan and incorporating lessons learned back into the plan, which regulators are always very encouraged to see. That's it for today. I hope you learned a bit about what a tabletop exercise is and why you might want to do one. As always, if you have any questions or if you'd like to learn more about having us facilitate a tabletop exercise, please get in touch with us at itsynergy.com.